I played drums with a band a long time ago, and I kind of quit. And I met this guy named Mike Graves. He went to the University of Minnesota, the School of Music there. And I was studying for a music history exam with him, and he's like, somehow we got on the topic of playing what instruments we played, and I said, well, I used to play drums for this band. He's like, really? I got 2 guys that I want to start a band. And I was like, no way.
I guess it officially probably started after this other band that I was in with a friend from school who joined up with Eric. And we joined up with Eric, the drummer, and Tony on bass.
Mike convinced me to do it, and one day he just gave me a call, and he's like, we're halfway to your house, because I had a studio in my basement, I used to, and he kind of dropped the bomb on me, and Tony and Pat were with him. So that was our first practice, because I couldn't tell him to turn around because I lived like an hour or 2 away.
And eventually we ousted him from the band, the original friend of mine, and
Mike was kind of different than the 3 of us, so he got the boot, and he wanted to go too. So, and then the 3 of us played for a long time, Tony, Pat, and I, and then Josh. Tony had a roommate, Josh, and Tony and Pat were gung-ho. I think they were gung-ho about it, I'm not sure, but they were gung-ho about getting Josh in the band, and I totally vetoed it. I was like, I don't want Josh in the band.
We added Josh to the band. That's when I think it really got started. So
I don't want somebody new. Change is too scary, and so I finally kind of broke down and was like, all right, fine, just bring him in once, and it's probably the best decision our band has ever made. So that was good that I got vetoed, because sometimes, it works out.
The first album was released, and then it must have been a year, because I don't remember when the first album was. And then we've been working on this one for about a year. I think we've been almost playing together for a year. I want to say it's almost been, yeah.
The funniest moment has to be when we went to, I forget what ice cream place it was.
That was at Ben & Jerry's. We're all having ice cream at Ben & Jerry's.
I don't remember why Pat was doing it, but he was saying all kinds of obscenities.
Pat was telling a story about something. I don't know what he was telling the story about. I can't even remember. This is years ago. There's all these little kids surrounding ice cream, growing hands and everything, just like laughing with their parents. Pat's like, fuck this, goddamn, you know this song? Fuck, this sucks.
You swear words left and right.
It got dead silent. Everyone was like looking at him, and he's just like going. He didn't even notice where else. Okay. And then he stops and realizes it's really funny. It's just like, this is really funny.
But I don't think he was screaming profanities when I remember. I think he just said shit, fuck. And there were a couple of kids behind him. But
all the stuff we had to go through, all this stupid stuff like tonight where it got where we had to evacuate or get rid of carpet in our space because it was leaking.
Who do I hate most in the band? Tony. I hate Tony.
I'd have to say that Eric is like the worst guy ever. First of all, how can you like a guy that bangs on things for however many hours we sit down there?
I'd have to say I hate myself the most, probably. But
I hate Josh the most, definitely, out of everybody, because he's moving to Delaware. I mean, what's in Delaware?
I think that everybody else has, especially lately, been a real big trooper.
They're all about the same. And they're all kind of bastards.
For about a year, I was on hiatus.
Well, Tony's been in and out of the band, I guess is really much what that's about.
Taking a break from the partying, the drugs, the rock and roll.
Yeah, he's quit, and then we've had to find a new bass player. Then that bass player's gone, quits, and then we get Tony back, and then he quit. And then we got another bass player. Then he quit. We got Tony back.